Today's Sunshine Note is titled, I Want to Believe You, but... Immediately the boy's father cried out and said, I do believe. Help my unbelief. Mark chapter 9, verse 24. I try my best to believe Greg when he promises not to forget things. Really, I do. But it's extremely difficult and perhaps even a tad bit unwise to trust him. You see, he has a problem. He's been medically diagnosed with a large hole in the bottom left corner of his brain, coincidentally the part where memory is stored, and things fall right through that hole into the oblivion that is his neck. At least, I think that's what happens. Must be hard having a hole in your head and forgetting every single thing your wife ever tells you. And so it is a joyless exercise in futility to remind this man to do anything. But for some reason I still try. He forgets his keys each and every time we leave the house, and his phone and his wallet besides. So I remind him. He gets mad at me and insists that he is not an idiot, that he can remember his own things, and we stand in the rain staring at the locked car because, what a surprise, he did not bring the keys. Every Thursday night I remind him to put out the trash, but the bags and bags of trash collected in our garage bear witness to the success of that. His phone dies and remains dead and useless for days at a time before he remembers to charge it. And forget about leaving him a message. He won't remember to check the 29 he already has without yours added to it. That is why I find it so maddening when he mutters something like, I said I will, why don't you believe me? There is a father in Mark who I think would identify with me. He has brought his demon-possessed son to Jesus to heal, for the demon often throws the boy into water or fire to kill him. The father asks Jesus to heal him, if he can. If I can, Jesus responds, all things are possible for him who believes. The father then exclaims, I do believe. Help my unbelief. I think of this phrase often and have uttered it myself to God many times. Isn't there a part in all of us that wants to believe, that tries to believe but still doubts? We doubt because we've been let down before, because we're afraid, or maybe even because we respect God's sovereignty and want to allow Him to say no as He rightfully can do. He's God after all. But whatever the reasons, we need a little more faith. I think a little more faith is enough when Jesus makes up the rest, because after the Father said it, Jesus healed his kid. So next time you need help with unbelief, confess this Father's phrase to God. He can make up the difference. May God bless you today.